Hello and welcome to my 30-day yoga challenge. This is day 22. Today's class is yoga for wrists and hands. It's a follow-up from my yoga for massage therapist class, and you'll find a link below if you'd like to see that. So remember to really listen to your own body and only work with your limitations. Remember, the more you practice, the easier and more natural it will become. But listen to your wrists. So this class is going to be done mainly seated. So you can either sit as I'm sitting with one leg in front of the other. You can sit with your legs crossed. You can sit on a chair if it feels more comfortable on your back, or you can sit on some blocks in hero's pose. So with the knees bent and the feet out to the side. So really depending on what feels more comfortable for you today. Take a moment, find a nice comfortable position. Relaxing the shoulders down the back. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose, just observe how you're feeling. And then when you're ready, we're going to bring the arms roughly in line with the shoulders. So trying to work with the breath as much as you can, the palms facing down, fingertips pointing out to the side. So take a breath in, on your exhale point the fingertips down, and then as you inhale point the fingertips up to the ceiling. And then exhaling, pointing them down. So just going up and down, working with your breath. So inhaling as you lift the hands and exhaling as you lower. So don't worry if you're at a different pace to what I'm doing. Just working to whichever the rhythm feels comfortable. Inhaling and exhaling nice and slowly. And then we'll hold the hands just as they are, fingertips pointing down. And just pause. So this is strengthening the arms and now pushing away the palms. So it stretches around the wrists, the forearms, and strengthens the arms and shoulders. And then relax the arms and rest the arms down. Relax the shoulders a few times with a few circles. Lifting the shoulders up, back and down. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Now coming to stretch the thumbs, you want to make the right hand into a fist, leaving the thumb out, and then using the left hand and stretch the thumb out and down. Just pausing for a moment, relaxing the spine, the shoulders, nice slow breaths. And then when you're ready, gently release and we'll come on to the other hand. So making the left hand into a thumb, and using the right hand and gently pull the right thumb out and down. So only until it feels comfortable. So always listen to your own body. And then when you're ready, very gently relax the hands down. Once more, we'll bring the arms roughly out in line with the shoulders. This time turning the palms to facing me. And we'll lift the fingers to the ceiling and then lower again the fingers to the ground. So lifting and lowering in your own time, breathing in and out through the nose. And we'll bring the hands in line with the shoulders and do the same, but now one lifting as the other is lowering. So this is really good for your concentration, stimulating your brain and also strengthening the arms. Don't allow the shoulders to lift up, drawing the shoulders down. And then gently lower the arms down, just pausing for a moment. Relax the shoulders one more time. Now keeping the right hand flat on the thigh, using the left hand, we're going to pull back very gently the little finger till you feel a comfortable stretch, and then gently lower, and then lifting up the next finger in line. Pausing for a moment, keeping the whole of the right hand flat on the thigh, and then moving on to the next finger, and then gently lowering, and then last is your first finger. But don't allow the other fingers to lift up. And pausing, and we'll change to the other side. So starting at the little finger, really push the whole of the left hand into the thigh. So it's just stretching the little finger. And then your next finger, your ring finger. Pausing, keep breathing. So it's very important to practice regularly. And then your next finger along. And then gently lower. And then stretching your first finger. So pausing, and then gently release. Now bring the hands together in front of the heart in a prayer, just to see how the wrists are doing today. We'll inhale, bring the forearms and the elbows together, and exhale, open and lower down, keeping the palms touching. Inhale again, lifting up, drawing the elbows together, and exhale, gently lower. Just pause here. Inhale, lifting up, and exhale, lower again, pausing. And now we'll very gently lower the fingertips out to the side. But without opening the hands, try and really keep the palms together. So take a breath in. As you exhale, lower, this time to wherever feels comfortable, towards the floor as much as feels comfortable, but holding nice slow breathing in and out through the nose. So remember, it isn't important how low the fingertips go, but the palms are completely together. And you feel a comfortable stretch. And now this time we'll inhale and draw the fingertips towards the heart, stretching in the other direction. Observing if one side is easier than the other, and then twisting and lowering the fingertips one more time towards the floor. Try and continue to sit up nice and tall, relaxing the shoulders. And then again, now inhaling, twisting towards the heart. So you can do this routine while you're sitting on a chair, while you're watching TV, if you're a massage therapist while you're at work. Now circling the wrists, and we'll lift and lower the wrists this time, observing how this feels rather than circling. So it's strengthening the muscles and also stretching. And then we'll open and close the hands, really strengthening the muscles in the forearms and the muscles in the fingers. Keep going, nice slow breaths. And then straighten the arms and open and close the fingers. So keep doing the same movement, but now bringing the arms out to the side. So just strengthening the forearms, strengthening the arms, and strengthening the hands. Lift the arms up overhead, do exactly the same. Opening, closing the wrists. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. So stretch the hands up and lower the arms all the way down. Just observe what you feel in the hands and in the arms. You feel any tingling sensations? Now shaking the arms out, giving the arms a really good shake, shaking the fingers, increasing the blood circulation. Now we're going to turn the hands over, palms down and then palms up. So it's nice slow breathing, so not working with the breath this time, just keep breathing in and out through the nose as you're twisting the wrists. So now we'll twist the fingers, the palms up to the ceiling and then all the way down. So again, just working with your own ability, only working to what feels comfortable, bringing the arms out to the side. And we'll do the same with the arms straight. So this is also stretching the shoulders. Now we're going to do one arm and then the other. So again, this is really good for your concentration, for your brain, as well as your physical body. So it may take a bit of practice. And then relax down. Relax always a few times while you're resting, relaxing the shoulders. And now we'll draw the head towards the left. Imagine you want to touch the ear towards the shoulder. It doesn't have to touch, but we're very gently just stretching in that direction. You can use your left hand and support the head. And we can bring the other hand behind the back. Take hold of the hand and pull the hand over towards the left. So this is really stretching along the neck and around the shoulder. Gently bring your head into the center. We'll do the same on the other side. So take a breath in. On your exhale, lower over to the right, but without lifting up the right shoulder. You can bring your right hand on your forehead or on the shoulder to increase a deeper stretch. And then we'll bring the left hand behind the back, holding the fingertips, and very gently pull the hand over towards the right. Encouraging a deeper stretch down the neck across the shoulder. Then very gently bring your head into the center. Just pause just for a moment. Just observing how the neck feels. And then we'll relax the shoulders a few times. And then we'll interlace the fingers behind the back, squeezing the shoulder blades together, drawing the hands down to the floor and looking up towards the ceiling. Squeezing the shoulders together. Now relaxing the shoulders. Just a few circles. I'm going to turn the side to the side. We're going to do one more time. I'm going to turn so you can see a bit better. So interlacing the fingers one more time. This time the other finger on top, the other thumb on top. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Look to wherever feels comfortable with the neck. The hands don't need to touch the floor, just stretching in that direction. Opening the chest, stretching around the shoulders, and then gently release. Give yourself a hug, lowering the head and arching the back. Gently stretch the upper back and the shoulders in the opposite direction, just to counteract this pose. And then we'll inhale, coming into a neutral position, relaxing the shoulders before we come into seated cat-cow. So inhale, lift the chest chin, and exhale, round the back, lowering the chin. Inhale again, lift the chest chin, squeeze the shoulder blades, and exhale, gently round. Try and round the back as much as you can. Now inhale, lift the chest chin, pushing the abdomen forward, and then exhale, come into a neutral position and come into a spinal twist. So the right hand on the outside of the left knee, the left hand on the floor behind the back. And we'll inhale into the center, we'll exhale, gently change into the other direction. And we'll inhale, coming into the center, coming off of the block, very gently coming to sit down. Now walking out the knees just for a moment and then finding a comfortable position. Seated, you can sit again on a block if you like, but you have to be able to touch the floor with your hands. You're going to spread the fingers. Using the left hand, spread the right fingers as much as you can, push the hand into the floor, and then open the right hand. Walk the hands a little space away. So really try to spread the fingers as much as you can, pushing the whole of the palm into the ground. And we'll do some seated cat-cow breaths here. So inhale, and exhale, round the back. Inhale again, lift the chest chin, and exhale. So just pausing here. And then we'll turn one palm out and then the other, just pausing for a moment, observe how the wrists feel, walk them back towards you. We're going to practice this in table. So just observing how the wrists feel, relaxing, support the outside of the knees, come up onto the hands and knees into table pose. So the hands facing forward, the fingertips facing forward, very gently turn them out to the side, just pause for a moment, see how they feel, and then we'll turn one wrist back and then the other. So only going as deep as feels comfortable. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. And going just as much as feels comfortable. You should feel a gentle stretch, never any pain. So just pausing, really slow down the breathing. It helps to relax the muscles, and then we'll come out of the pose. We'll do it one more time. This time we'll pause, spread the fingers of each hand. And then we'll bring the weight backwards and forwards, very gently stretch around the wrist. So check that the hands stay nice and open, that the thumbs don't curl in. So bringing the weight very gently forward and back, so you can tuck under your toes if this helps. Nice slow breathing, very gentle, subtle movements, just observing how this affects the arms, how it affects the hands and the wrists. And then when you're ready, nice slow breathing. We'll pause into the center. Now turning the hands one more time out to the side, just pause for a moment. Nice slow breaths, and then turn again, only if it feels comfortable. And then you can turn a little bit more. So you may notice that one hand has more movement than the other. So check that the hand is nice and flat, so you can do one at a time if it feels more comfortable. Check that the fingers are nice and relaxed, the wrists are nice and relaxed. So if you have a repetitive job, you'll notice that one hand has more flexibility than the other. So now swapping to the other hand if you're doing one hand at a time, checking that the fingers are nice and open, and pausing. So if you need to come out of this pose at any time, always listen to your own body and do what feels right. And then we'll very gently relax the hands, come down into child and just relax the hands, just resting on the ground, resting the forehead towards the mat, just pausing here. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Now we'll lift up the wrists, bringing the back of the fingers on the ground and push the wrists away. Gently stretching the wrist very gently in the other direction. Just one more breath, release the arms, and then bring your hands in a prayer just on the back of the head, just to gently stretch the arms, or you can bring your hands on the shoulders if that feels more comfortable. Bending the elbows. So this is also opening the chest, stretching around the shoulders, which really helps stretch along the arms. Pausing, just one or two more slow breaths. Take another deep breath in, exhale gently, lower the hands down, slide your hands now in front of the knees, support the weight of the body, come up to sitting, And then very gently make your way one more time into a seated position. So remember, you can sit on a block if you prefer. We'll relax the shoulders, a few shoulder circles, and then we'll squeeze the shoulders up to the ears and then drop them really heavy. Squeeze the shoulders up and drop them really heavy, and then shake out the hands, shake out the arms, stimulate the circulation in the arms and the hands, and open and close the hands again. So now we're going to imagine that we have a tennis ball in the hand. We're going to squeeze to hold the tennis ball and then release. So squeeze and hold and release, and squeeze and hold and release. So doing this a few times, this is really helping to strengthen the muscles in the hands, strengthen the muscles in the fingers, and also in the forearms. So keep going, nice slow breathing, and then we'll hold the position. So relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the jaw, and then relax. We'll come in to stretch the thumbs one more time, so making your hands into a fist, taking the right thumb with your left hand and gently encouraging a stretch. Then we'll go through all of the fingers one by one more time. So just taking your time, stretching one finger out and then the other. So it's very important to practice these stretches as often as you can, so very regularly, especially if you have a job such as a massage therapist or a computer typing, or even if you do a lot of texting. Then we'll hold all of the fingers. Make sure that you're also stretching the thumb. So allow all of the thumb and the fingers to stretch out to the floor. Now we'll change to the other side. So now taking hold of the left thumb of the right hand, encouraging it towards the floor, pausing. So always in yoga you should feel a comfortable stretch and never a pain or a strain. Stop immediately if you feel any sharp pain. And then going through your fingers one at a time. Inhaling and exhaling, sitting up nice and tall, always remembering your posture. Relaxing the shoulders down the back. Pausing for a few breaths in each one. And then when you finish, the little finger will stretch all of the fingers down, pushing a palm away. And then we'll do the stretch exactly the same, but this time check that you're holding the thumb, so including the thumb in the stretch. So pushing the palm out and away from you and holding the fingers and the thumb. This is a little bit more difficult, but it's worth stretching as it's a really nice stretch. And then we'll stretch the hand in the other direction, very gently stretching the fingers. We'll do a few little rotations around the wrists. Let's come into the end of our practice, so take a moment sitting up nice and tall, just observing how you're feeling now. Just observing how is your breath, how is your mind. So if you'd like to make this a longer practice, you can listen to a guided meditation, and you'll find a link below. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching. I look forward to seeing you again soon. Goodbye.